Hello everyone and welcome to RoboRadiology. I am Hossein Fazilatpour. This is episode 10 of our academic writing series. Today we'll focus on the process paragraph. We'll discuss the organization and purpose of these paragraphs, both broadly and also with respect to our specific topic, academic writing. This is based on chapter 5 of Longman Academic Writing Book 3. Now let's dive right in. But before that, please share and subscribe to RoboRadiology. You might be wondering what exactly is a process paragraph. Well, it's a paragraph that explains a step-by-step process, guiding the reader through a procedure in a clear and logical way. Whether you are explaining how to improve your study habits, increase reading speed, or extend the laptop's battery life, the structure remains the same. The topic sentence, setting the stage. Every well-structured process paragraph begins with a strong topic sentence. This sentence tells the reader exactly what to expect and often includes words like steps, process, procedure, directions, or instructions. Let's look at some examples. It will be easy for you to make a good impression on your course instructor if you follow these fundamental steps. Use this step-by-step process to increase your reading speed. These simple instructions, as you see here, clearly show how to make the battery on a laptop computer last longer. Now that we introduced our topic, it's time to break it down into steps. Supporting sentences provide details for each step, ensuring clarity and logical progression. Let's look at some examples here. First, before you go to class, do assigned reading and any other homework. Good preparation will enable you to understand the professor's lecture more easily, ask intelligent questions, and keep up with the class. If you want to read faster and with more fluency, the second step is to put your dictionary in a hard-to-reach place so that you will use it less often. Here, we use some transition signals that we are going to speak about them. First, and also the second step is. Next, go to the control panel of the computer and look for power saving functions. Next is a transition signal. It will help to build better coherence. Concluding sentences in process paragraphs. A strong conclusion ties everything together. It can either summarize the final step or explain the overall benefit of following the process. If you follow these steps in all of your courses, you will be better prepared for your tests and your teachers will be ready to give you the good grades that you deserve. You will soon find that you can not only read faster, but also understand much more. Finally, turn the laptop off when you are not using it. Now, I want to discuss about time order signals. Why are time order signals important? Imagine reading a recipe that lists all these steps without any logical order. Would you know what to do first? Well, probably not. That's why when explaining a process, we arrange the steps in a correct sequence and use time order signals to guide the reader smoothly from one step to the next. Time order signals help your reader follow along without confusion. They show the logical flow of events in a step-by-step process. So let's look at some of these common time order signals. Here, let me use my laser pointer. We have first, next, finally, after that, and meanwhile. These are followed by comma, then and now in 99.9% of times does not follow by a comma. And this rule is also there for the first step. I will read the examples for you. First, comma, preheat the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Then prepare the pizza sauce. The next step is to mix the pizza dough. After 5 minutes, comma, check the pizza. After you take the pizza out of the oven, comma, cut it into 8 pieces. Lastly, I want to talk about audience and purpose. What is audience in academic writing? The audience refers to the people who will read your work. In academic writing, your audience is often professors and instructors grading your work, peers or researchers engaging with your ideas, and general academic readers who may not be a specialist in your field. Knowing your audience helps you determine the level of complexity, formality, and depth of your writing. An example could be if you are writing a paper on artificial intelligence for a computer science professor, you can assume they understand technical terms. But if your audience is a general academic group, you may need to explain concepts in simpler terms. What is purpose in academic writing? Well, the purpose of academic writing is the reason that you are writing it. Academic papers typically serve one or more of these purposes: to inform, like presenting facts, summaries, or explanations; to analyze by breaking down topics or exploring it, describing it in similar to critical essays; to argue or persuade, taking a stance and supporting it with evidence like argumentative essays or research papers. If you're writing a persuasive essay about climate change, your purpose is to convince the reader of your argument using data, logic, and credible sources. And we need to also connect our audience and purpose. Once you identify your audience and purpose, you can shape your writing style accordingly. Tone and formality. Academic writing is usually formal, but the level of formality can vary. Depth of explanation. Adjust how much background information is needed. Use evidence, provide data, citations, and everything that you feel appropriate for your audience's expertise. And in conclusion, always ask yourself, who will read this? What do you want to achieve? By keeping audience and purpose in mind, you will write more effectively. Make sure that your writing is clear and impactful. Thank you so much for listening. Please share and subscribe to RoboRadiology channel. It's really very important for me. So please share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next lecture.